The New York Jets' rocky relationship with LeVeon Bell came to an abrupt end yesterday when the team announced it had released the 28-year-old running back. He will officially become a free agent today at 4 o'clock Eastern. And to say the least, he has not been the return on investment the Jets were looking for. His Jets scrimmage yards per game was down nearly 50 from his days in Pittsburgh. He never had a 100-yard game. His return on investment was met for him. They paid him $28 million for 17 games with the team. Let me bring, I don't envy Dan Graziano being the one who has to sit next to me during this conversation. Dan, why did this happen? Why did yesterday the New York Jets release LeVeon Bell?
You say rocky relationship, and it was from the start, right? The coach, Adam Gase, who came in the same year, never really seemed to embrace LeVeon Bell as the key part of his offense, and LeVeon was used to being that in Pittsburgh, so had some issues with how he was used. You showed he wasn't very productive, and he comes off an injury this week, doesn't play as much as he wants to Sunday, and so he expresses disappointment to the front office. They have a conversation. They decide it's probably best to move on. They spend a couple days trying to trade him. Nobody's going to trade for his contract, so they end up releasing him. He'll be released at 4 p.m. Eastern today, and he'll be free to sign with any other team. And yes, that chapter in Jets history comes to a quick close.
Is there a likely place for him to wind up? Is that what should we be looking for?
All you hear really is speculation because the trade market didn't materialize. So now that he's free, does Chicago, which is down Tariq Cohen, take a look? They're trying to make a run. Does Miami, who needs somebody, maybe a veteran presence, Jordan Howard hasn't worked out. The Eagles were poking around on Devontae Freeman, some other running backs. So that's just putting two and two together. We'll hopefully find out here in the next couple days.
My money says keep an eye on New England. The Patriots always,
right?
No one buys low better than Bill Belichick. Keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, let me bring Domonique and RC into the conversation here. Let's take the Bell side of this. I'll do the Jets part of it a little bit later. But RC, is he a player who can make a difference for someone? Can someone pick up LeVeon Bell right now, who is a contender, and can he be the piece that puts them over the top?
They have to be a contender, and he has to be a piece to put them over the top. And what he learned is just because you play for the Jets doesn't mean that you're going to soar. And what I mean by that is sometimes you start to smell yourself a little bit. You start to think that it's all about you. You don't realize what the organization, what the head coach, what the quarterback, what the offensive line and the weapons around you can do for you. But if you go to a contender that has some of those pieces, LeVeon Bell can still be fit in and moved around in a running back by committee type situation where he can do versatile things. So it's going to be a huge decision for him and a huge decision for a contending team if that marriage will work.
Real quick, Nick, your thoughts, LeVeon Bell?
Yeah, I agree with everything RC said, but you think back to the playoffs last year, Ingram for the Ravens got hurt, and that really hurt their playoff chances. Everybody is kind of running back by committee these days, so I'm not sure where he ends up, but he's absolutely still valuable. He doesn't have to be an every down back like he was at the peak of his career. He's going to be a valuable guy that any playoff team could use, and you're right about thinking about New England because they can offer more than just money, and they can offer a chance at a Super Bowl, and the teams that can do that, I think, are the teams that are most attractive to LeVeon Bell.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.